we'll start off heavy, so maybe things can get lighter. I don't know. So Tfue, for those of you that know, remember he went through all that stuff with FaZe Banks, with the whole Fortnite. Remember he didn't really read the contract. He kind of just whatever. Yeah. And he tweeted recently that he's in a very dark place right now. And he even said, like, I have money. He's like, I guess that stupid old saying's true. Like, money can't buy happiness and stuff. So he's been pretty down. I've actually been kind of hit with a stank cloud recently myself too, but I'm still here, so things can't be too bad. And I don't know, how about you guys? Like, have you guys been feeling good this last few weeks? Or maybe it was the full moon. I don't know, man. It was Friday.
I've had Ruben. I think Ruben knows. I've had a pretty down time not too long ago, but I'm getting better now, so it's all good.
Yeah, I was feeling a bit down too a couple weeks ago from what I remember. Maybe it was a full moon because sometimes that affects people really, and people don't realize it.
Ironically, it was a full moon, but it was just like
on Friday on Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
that's true.
There we go.
Oddly enough, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, just real quick, what I wanted to say is, so yeah, what happens is when we launched it, even though we have it named here on Restream, it doesn't push that title when you go live. So manually, I have to go in there and edit it on the fly right now.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say because I couldn't see the episode it was, and I was like, it doesn't say the episode. I was like, I didn't know what to say.
I'm trying to fix it right now on the fly. So
all right, no worries, no worries.
Talking about the whole, I call it the stank cloud. So
the stank cloud.
Fun fact about Friday the 13th. My sister in New York City just had a baby who was born on Friday the 13th.
Oh, nice.
How about that? I'm just like, I'm happy for her. It's just funny. Like, I rarely heard of people being born on Friday the 13th. So that was kind of it's just an amusing little side note, but it's just something because you mentioned Friday the 13th. I feel like, you know what, let me just bring that up. He's an angel. I can't wait to see him. But anyway, yeah, that's just a little, you know.
He's an angel when you're not looking. I mean, when you're looking, you know, don't underestimate children, man. I'm telling you. Biggest mistake you'll ever do in your life is underestimate your kid, or anyone's kid for that matter.
Right? That's true. Yeah, but just that side note. Anyway, so we're talking about Tfue and the stank cloud. So how long has the stank cloud been going on?
Well, so far from what I've seen, he's been feeling this way for seems like a while. He's just kind of finally spoke out about it. So all I know is that for sure he wants to. What is this thing flying over my head like a big piece of fur? Anyways, so yeah. It's the stank cloud. It's a cloud that stinks. It flies. You know, that's what I mean. Stank cloud. I call it the stank cloud whenever I'm like feeling down or depressed.
Yeah,
because it's just that stank. You know?
That stank, man. That stank.
Stank like cloud. Shit. You know. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you feel like butt. You know. So, but yeah, as far as that goes, like he's been feeling this way for a while, and he specifically said that he's taking time off of Twitch, like live streaming. So we'll see how that affects his pockets. Obviously, he has a ton of money, so even if he wanted to, he could really retire if he wanted to. You know, because he's worth at least about $5-10 million. I mean, to me, he made more money already than like most doctors will make in their lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the reality is like if he wanted to, he could just retire. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Another ridiculous story will be coming up here pretty soon when we wrap this one up. So it sounds like you guys all are doing pretty good this week.
Yeah,
I'm doing a lot better. I'm getting over that stank. I'm getting over my stank cloud. What if Febreze cloud? Oh shit!
What happened to Nidge?
I don't know. He just popped out. He just popped.
Yeah. Nidge will be back hopefully. But yeah, I could understand that. Like everyone needs a break though. Everyone needs a break at some point. Whenever they're feeling really down, they need a break. I mean, I took like 2 breaks thus far ever since I started my YouTube channel. I'm going.
Oh yeah, same here.
Yeah, like in October, I'm getting close to my year time of doing YouTube, and I took like 2 hiatuses because like I needed a break because I was very overwhelmed. Hey, you're back.
Yeah, I had to connect. Oh, never mind. We're gonna have to figure it out. I can't see the comments right now through Restream as well.
You can't.
No. So if anyone's talking right now, I can't see it. I have to actually.
Oh damn.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Like I don't see any. I don't see the thing happening right now either.
I'm not seeing the comments.
Oh shit, that's
not good.
Yeah,
shit, that is no bueno.
Yeah, with this Restream, it's not. Well, that's we'll have to test it later after this. We'll do a test. It's
I'm
fine.
I'm at the John right now. Yeah.
Yeah, have him work on in the background. Because when I tried, I hit the button to connect, and it literally kicked me out of here. That's why I was like, oh.
If you guys are messaging something, are they live on Twitch right now? Like, are we on Twitch at the moment?
I haven't honestly checked anything, so
okay.
I don't know. All I know is no one's. Yeah,
well, Shorty's there.
Shorty's here. Showed up,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, Shorty just popped up in the chat.
Hold on, let me just check.
I didn't install a thing, so no, it's not. We're gonna have to work on it later.
Yeah.
So sorry, everybody. Your comments will not be shown this time. And obviously, if we can't figure this restream out, we're just gonna have to dip it, and just stick to YouTube. But I digress, everybody. So yeah, as far as that goes, like I said, everybody, if you guys are feeling down, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, you always talk to one of us,
Absolutely,
and also,
absolutely.
I might as well tag in the prevention hotline. I'm not trying to say Tfue is going that far down.
You never know.
You never know.
I was kind of gonna laugh, but I'm like, actually, no. I say, you know what? After what's been going on, I can't. I was like, no. Okay, I think the comments are starting to come in now because we got Gold Trainer Ride coming in.
Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. All right.
Yeah. I think they're starting to come in now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Seriously,
I think we're delayed a little bit on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're coming in. So, guys, if you already put a comment, it's like super delayed, but don't worry, they're starting to come in now. But
yeah,
like I said before, yeah, like I was kind of gonna laugh. He said that, but like, you know what? No, I said, he has a good point about that. I don't like. He says he's like taking a break from hiatus. Knock on wood. He does anything crazy. I don't want that to happen. We already lost Etika. We don't need another YouTube tragedy. Like that's no bueno. And so if you guys please, if you guys are feeling something, or if you have a friend that's feeling something, call that number that Nick just put in the chat right there, 1-800-273-8255. Because you'll save a life that way. I saved 2 within the course of my lifetime. I did actually. I talked 2 people out of committing suicide. So sorry for that brief thing, but it's just Anyway, Gold Trainer Red says we are live on stream, so that's awesome.
Yeah, there's working on Twitch as well. The problem obviously is now we just got to figure out how to show the comments in here. And I tried connecting it and it didn't. I wasn't having it, so I'm gonna have to rehost it again. You know what I mean? I don't want to kill the stream right now just to do that.
Yeah, but the comments are coming and people are viewing it, so I think we should just move on for now, and then the next time we'll get everything straightened up. Because this is a new thing we're trying, so sorry for the technical difficulties, but we gotta make stuff better. We gotta experiment.
Yeah, we seem to keep challenging ourselves as we move forward and not just being stuck on the same thing.
Exactly.
Now, as far as the next topic goes, so we started with the worst. We wanted to get the worst out of the way in a sense, and then we kind of want to get it
all right,
build it up. So next is Beast versus Morgz. Are you too familiar with the story?
Oh yeah, how MrBeast pretty much gave Morgz the right to pretty much give him like a shout. I'm just like reiterating what I thought I remember. So correct me if I'm wrong. Apparently,
you're wrong.
Nah, Morgz is copying MrBeast's videos.
Yeah,
and
Morgz is trying to claim that Beast has copied his previous videos in the past. So he's trying to argue that they copied off each other, but no, it's like Beast is like, no, you've been copying off me this whole time.
That just sounds like a. I'm sorry, Nish, go ahead.
Oh, how it ignited was MrBeast brought his brother into the fray. And, basically gave him a shout out right away. And not even 4 videos, he has like 1.5 million subscribers already now. Just because everyone subbed him to support him. And his brother, MrBeast, he teased him. He's like, my brother's not even a YouTuber or something until he gets copied by Morgz. So you're not an official YouTuber until that's his way of joking. And of course, Morgz got offended, and hence that's why all the information that we're getting right now.
Yeah. It just kind of sounds like, I think I made a comment similar to this. Like I said, this is another case of fame getting into someone's head. And I think this is it's kind of progressing because okay, now he's bigger now out of just 4 videos. And now he makes a joke and now he's getting offended. Now there's a potential war breaking out between these two. I just think I think now he's legitimately acting like a child and he's just looking really horrible. I just hope people are noticing that and they call him out for that. You're kind of being ridiculous. If you already read the message, it already sounds like a joke. Like, it sounds like a joke. Like, if Nidge made a joke to me, like, you can't have, like, 2,500 subscribers unless you copy Ivan or whatever, I wouldn't be mad. Like, that's funny as fuck, you know? So...
Yeah, it's one of those things that obviously they're competitors at the end of the day because they're not friends. They do the same type of content. So that's basically like if
that's what it is.
Like Tyrone Magnus made fun of me or something. Like, you know, if you want an annoying reactor, watch Nidge. And then, of course, I could take it as a compliment or I could get pissed off.
I got you.
To me, I would take the shout out. And also stirring the pot also can give you more attention, you know? I mean, in a sense, the fact that Beast even mentioned Morgz, he's going to get... that's free advertisement.
Yeah, pretty much.
So if you know, basically, dude put the sticks down, he put the gasoline, you know, and then he lit the fire. Now Morgz is rolling in with a bucket of gasoline, you know what I'm saying, and wood. So to me, from like 4D chess perspective, it's good. I mean, he still wants to defend himself too, in a sense, by showing this back and forth. And then Beast, he backpedaled by like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want no drama." And Morgz is like, "Oh, I see. Now you're trying to play I'm the good guy and try to slowly back away and everything." And so I see it from both sides' perspective because at the end of the day, they both want to look like they're in the right, and obviously you're not going to hit that with those two.
It kind of seemed like MrBeast. I think he's kind of take a very passive approach to it, but if Morgz continues the way he's going, he's going to really push him out the way. So I think he really needs to be like, yo, you know, push back a little bit, because, you know, he's kind of really stirring the pot right now, as you just say. And apparently MrBeast is co-people or whatever, he made a tweet to him saying something from whatchamacallit in the Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
That's salt.
He claimed the salt throne already.
Yeah. That's kind of what it sounds like. He salt. That's like the best way to end it.
Morgz got pretty salty about the comment, but at the same time too, you know, it's to me, to say nothing is, especially when there's eyes on you, also almost admits defeat too. Because if you're being accused of, because that's actually a federal offense, you know, that's called plagiarism. It really, at its finest, when you copy somebody else's work, it's plagiarism. That's what it is. Yeah. So, you know, in a sense, when you're being accused of that, that's a libel case, or, you know, or it's true. Like, you know, when you look at a legal court system level, and of course I'm not obviously a lawyer, everybody, so don't make it sound like I'm not saying I know everything, but there's a few things I do know. And when you copy somebody else's work, but then he turned around and said it was inspired, and our Beast claimed that, because remember, Morgz is like, well, wait a minute, you also copied these from me. So they both had each other, but Beast is like, no, I did them all first or something. But based on the timestamps and everything, it's just a big. It reminds me of two kids in the sand calling each other poo-poo heads at this point. That's kind of
it is.
That's really what it is.
So childish.
Yeah. No, you're a poo-poo head. No, you're a poo-poo head. You know, that type of booty chatter.
Preschool.
Yeah.
I feel like the simplest thing that could be done with this is let them have the next boxing fight or something.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Beast versus Morgz in the next. We need to bring that YouTubing boxing back,
right?
man.
Yeah.
They're the ones that made it, right? And then they turned around and just ran off and went pro. And it's like, well, here's the thing. I don't mind watching them fight pro, but the problem is you're not going to get many YouTubers willing to fight without headgear.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of risk of brain injury. I mean, when you get hit, your brain swishes in your head, you know, and that's really that's how you get knocked out, and then you start getting fuzzy, and you get some real brain damage. That's why the helmets are nice. Now, of course, your liver isn't safe, but I digress.
Potential hemorrhaging, potential bleeding in the head, that's lethal. That can literally kill you within several hours. So it really can. But I digress. Nidge, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no. So like you said, everybody, that would be actually, I don't know if they're around the same weight or anything like that. But speaking of boxing, I guess might as well bring up Logan Paul and KSI then, I guess. And the reason I say that is they had a conference and it got pretty low blow there. Logan always does talk smack about KSI's family. Yeah. And KSI just had it. And he literally said
He said, want me to quote it? He said, and I quote, "You're going to be Kong and I'll be the fucking coyote."
Yeah. And then he started ow, 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 ow.
I'm like, yo, you're not only talking about Kong, you're making his noises like. I'm like, okay, I don't blame Logan for getting pissed off now. Like, I kind of feel bad for this kid. That's fucked up.
For me, though, at the same time, like I feel like Logan, he pushed his buttons, and he just wanted to hit back, So it was like Logan didn't know when to stop, and KSI got pissed, and so he wanted to hit a low blow back, and that one was pretty low.
It was hard. He was like, you could see in his face, like he was kind of hurt. He was like, that's my dog, he ruined my day. I'm just like. Yeah, don't go low blow. Don't go a low blow if you can't take a low blow black.
Yeah,
back that.
Black.
If you go black, you go low blow. I don't know. I got nothing. Yeah, but I mean, to be fair though, Logan always is sitting there like making fun of his penis, and all this other stuff, and his family, and I don't know why. Yeah, like someone left a really funny comment on my video, like. Why is Logan so obsessed with KSI's crotch area? Like every time he goes on stage, he keeps talking about his wiener, and I'm just like, you got a point there. I never really thought about it that way.
Oh shit!
It's like he's trying. Dizzy.
I'm fine. I'm dizzy. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. I'm sorry.
Oh no, man. You really?
No, I'm good. I'm going to continue.
Checked out.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Go ahead.
So yeah, basically the conference went. It was pretty cringy. A lot of the talk. Logan's a good entertainer. KSI was just kind of chilling, and KSI took it more personal than entertaining, So that's kind of really what I got out of all of it. Did you guys catch all of it, or just glimpses here and there?
Glimpses. I'm more so watched your video of your favorite one. Yeah.
That. I wanted to see your reaction to that Kong video, or to that Kong comment. I'm just like. I didn't watch the rest of it, but it was like after that point, like Logan kind of just went back to normal shit talking. Like he kind of just disregarded that comment, which I guess is okay. He's trying not to take that to heart, but he's trying to fight back from it. Because you could tell after he's like, that's fair, it kind of went, back to the kind of the even playing field in terms of talking shit, if that makes sense. But yeah. I didn't watch the rest of it, but that comment though, I was kind of like, as someone who lost dogs, I lost a couple puppies, so that kind of hurt.
Yeah, that was like, ooh, like at the end of the day, it's like your animals, they're your fur babies, right? You know what I'm saying? Or if they don't have fur, if you have like a snake or whatever you have, they're part of the family. So like,
or hairless cat,
yeah. So I just call them, your fur babies, because they're basically the most innocent things that you'll have your whole life that never grow up, in a sense. I mean, they get full size, but at the end of the day, it's like you look at them and they're just like. They're animals, like they can't talk. They're like a baby that never grows up. And then when you lose them, especially the way he lost his dog, that was just vicious. And
that was malicious.
I remember before Logan went out there, he had a back interview. They have behind the curtains.
Yeah.
They asked him. They said, "Are you ever going to be able to forget?" After you two fight, are you guys gonna like actually maybe get along, move on, this and that? And he's like, well, we'll see how KSI acts during this press conference. And after him saying that, there's no way Logan's he's never going to forgive him. And I'm not saying I agree with it or disagree with stuff. I'm just throwing out there that when you sit there and say something like that, there's no way. There's no point in return. That is Don Pass redemption right there.
Yeah,
man.
That is. I'm like, talk about me all you want. Go low blow to me all you want, but don't involve people or animals that I care about deeply. Say whatever you want to me. Go the lowest blow you can to me. Tell me that you rather see me dead or whatever, but don't involve the people I love or the animals that I love. So I was like, after hearing that, I was like, Kong, wait. I kind of remembered at that point, wait, isn't that the dog that died sometime in April or whatever? I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, and I put that that clip in. Oh shit! But that was. I really can't wait to see how this fight pans out. I'm actually invested in this fight now. After that,
I actually am too.
It's the hype, man. It's real, and a lot of people are banking on Twitter polls shows a landslide for KSI. I'm still gonna be on. I still think Logan's gonna take him. That's just my opinion.
I agree with you. After that Kong comment, I'm kind of on Logan's side. I kind of feel bad for him for that. But I'm invested in this now. Normally, I don't give a shit about this, but after that, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I gotta check this shit out. I need to see how this is gonna pan out. I can't ignore this,
But here's the thing, that the reason that I think KSI could win is boxing is like that's what he wants to do now. Like he wants to throw everything away and be a boxer. Logan's just like, well, I'm athletic and I'll pick your sport and I'll beat you in it.
Exactly.
That's basically kind of what Logan's just like a jack of all trades.
Especially
so after this fight's over, I don't think Logan will ever box again.
Yeah. Especially after he's constantly training, you know, he's training almost all the time in boxing, and he's not really training all the time in boxing.
Logan? Oh yeah. He is.
He's changing.
Logan's actually been training harder than KSI. KSI took a half a year off to go like skydiving and all these like music.
That's right.
But behind the works, Logan's been training 6 days a week, 4 hours a day.
Changing his diet, learning the techniques, you know, all that.
The biggest thing he's working on is his cardio, because obviously that's why he lost the first time. He would have won if he didn't gas out. That's the truth. A lot of people go, "Oh no, KSI whooped his ass." I'm like, KSI was only able to fight back when Logan was tired.
Yeah.
Other than that, like Logan destroyed him, and people get mad at me. Even like on my new video I posted, I got so many dislikes because I think it's because I chopped up the video, because you know we have to meet fair use, and heaven forbid that these 9-year-olds don't know what that means. And so you know, my point though is that the training now, KSI is training hard now, but you know Logan at least had a 6-month gap to catch up, which to me would balance their amount of training. Because before, Logan only had 4 months of training and boxed KSI. KSI had over a year of training.
Yeah.
And now they're going to, and since he took 6 months off, when you kind of do the math, they're pretty close to each other now.
The fact that, like you said, he's working on his cardio, I think this is going to be a lot closer fight, because he, like I said, the 6-month gap, and the fact that he's learning from his past fights to be like, okay, I need to increase my endurance, you know, try to have a more carbohydrate diet, you know, try something like things a marathon runner will eat, because you know when you run a marathon, you need that endurance to run that distance, and it's no different from any kind of sport you do. You need that staying power, and if Logan is training as hard as everyone says he is, then he has a fair chance of KSI. Like this could literally go either way.
Yeah, but if I was a betting man, but I'm not allowed to where I live, I think it's my state. At first I thought it was the country, but people are right, it's my state. Someone corrected me when I said that. I would drop a G on Logan. I would. Like, I believe in him, because he's just. If you've ever watched him in the past, I mean, he's won literally state wrestling, like in a state, you know.
No.
And like I know it's wrestling and it's not boxing; they're two different things. But the point is he has a whole life history of athleticism. It's in his family. They're like super. And KSI's all he's been doing is playing video games his whole life, and now he's finally like getting into it. And he's showing good potential. He's showing good potential, but like I don't know. To me, we'll see. I gotta give him both props though for even doing it to begin with, because that's a lot of sacrifice you're doing just to make this happen.
Absolutely, I agree. Like you know, having you know, it's like I understand like wrestling and boxing are two different things, but it's still like years of athleticism. It's still years of actual experience, actually fighting in general. And you know, when you fight for that long, you try something new, you're gonna learn to pick things up a little bit quicker than normal. Like if I try martial arts, that takes me a while to pick things up. But if I have some history of like fighting, like whether it doesn't matter like what I'm thinking it's fighting. So that could kind of like I pick it up faster, and I can, as long as I train harder, I can do it. So that's gonna give him an edge, if anything.
Yeah. Just like with music, I've been playing music my whole life. I mean, I officially like retired a few years ago, but when I played my first instrument, I was like violin when I was like 12. And then right away, like when I picked up a bass guitar, I pretty much figured it out in not even like 3 days. And I was like, you know, and like piano, like when not even in a month, I was just doing stuff. And people are like, how the hell did you do that so quick? And I'm like, well, I've been playing instrument music my whole life. It's the same shit, different pile, you know, type of you know, situation. So
exactly.
But I mean, the pros all think Logan's gonna win, but the Twitter's, you know, in other words, average YouTuber, just, you know, fans think that KSI is going to win. So
I mean, you got to listen to the pros, because more than likely the pros know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
this could really go either way, but
I would definitely trust a pro before a random Twitter poll.
Exactly.
But, you know, because somebody tried using that argument to me, and I'm like, yeah, and CNN said that Donald Trump had a 1% chance of winning. Look how that turned out. You know, I wasn't trying to like rub it in their face that Trump won, just for the record, everybody. But I used that analogy. Like, look how that worked out. Man.
Here's the thing that I was thinking, that like, what would you guys think if this fight ended in a draw again?
Oh my God! You're gonna get my reaction. That's what you're gonna get. I'm gonna probably I'll knock out the camera and then I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go buy a new one.
Like,
it'd be like the honey commercial. Remember? Where is the next one? I lost it. Where'd it go? Beast and More. Oh, the KeemStar Intern Challenge. So apparently on Twitter, some guy randomly like messaged him saying, I want to intern for you, KeemStar. And KeemStar replied, making him doing a ridiculous request, like you need to wear a golf suit, you need to plant a cherry tree, and you need to whistle a song that was made by FujiTube. So the guy, and you got 18 hours go. He literally did all of it. It's hilarious, actually. I highly recommend you guys check it out.
I saw it briefly. I just didn't understand what the fuck that was.
It was funny, no lie.
it was good, and the way he edited it and everything, like he was so good. And in the end, it makes sense what he said. He said, he's like, you know what, dude? To be honest, you don't need to intern for me. Like you're already a natural already. And he gave him a shout out. Yeah. And just for that one video alone, he already's got like over 100 and some thousand subscribers already.
Jesus.
So if from that alone.
Yeah. Wow. You can't. He's got 102,000 subscribers right now. It was crazy, man. But yeah. This isn't a challenge for everyone to take, by the way. Sorry, I kind of maybe the label might be misleading. But like I said, it was just randomly a guy said this to him, please let me intern for you. And he gave him a task and he did it. And he's like, I got to keep my end of the bargain. So at least kudos for Keem. He didn't keep his end because he technically didn't intern him. But giving him a shout out alone helped his career. And if he keeps up that type of editing, he's already going to be at minimum, a middle class YouTuber. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he can live off of those videos. So
definitely.
That's cool. So wait, so the challenge is go to find a cherry tree and whistle a song. Is that what it is?
The challenge itself was he had to dress up in like a golf, with the shorts and the shirt, like a golf attire. He had to plant a cherry tree, and he had to whistle one of FujiTube's songs that he made.
Oh, plant a cherry tree.
Yeah, he planted a cherry tree.
Oh, plant a cherry tree. I thought you said you had to go find one. That's why I said the question, like, how often do you find one? I didn't hear that part. I was like, oh,